Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just a little under 2 months away from its official release by Disney and Lucasfilm, J.J. Abrams, and even creator George Lucas. That is all set and ready to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one of the more interesting aspects of Episode 9 is that we do know that J.J. Abrams has a plan in place in order to introduce new Force powers for both the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren that will be used in this film, not just the flash fights, but also a new ability called flow walking that will be utilized in the film and is said to be based off of Star Wars Legends material back in, of course, the 1990s and the early 2000s. That's going to be used as a way in order to benefit the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren from start to finish of this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be holding hands, where Rey is described to be holding a Jedi holocron device, where Kylo Ren is said to be holding a Sith holocron device. It's explained that as they are holding hands and holding on to the holocron, they are said to be in a flow walking session, which allows them to witness aspects of the past to better understand what happened before the events of The Force Awakens. It's explained that one of the sequences is said to involve a moment in which both Kylo and Rey witness Darth Maul fighting both Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn from the Phantom Menace on the world of Naboo and in the city of Theed, where it's explained that some brief shots of Darth Maul in action are said to be witnessed by the two, to the point where they're described to appear overwhelmed in the sequence of what they are seeing, to where it eventually progresses to a shot in which both Rey and Ren witness Anakin Skywalker kneeling down before Palpatine from Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, where Sidious delivers the line of dialogue, "You shall be known as Darth Vader," followed by the simple word, "Rise." The flow walking session between both Rey and Ren is said to be powerful, with a handful of revised themes of the Skywalker saga playing in the background by John Williams that will bring in nostalgia for fans around the world. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a film that's going to feature many different parts of the prequels and the originals for sure. Now, to be honest, I think it's very ambitious of J.J. Abrams, the fact that he is really tapping into Star Wars Legends material. In case you guys did not know, it was Jason Solo who was the one who was able to use the flow walking technique in the Star Wars Expanded Universe. Jason Solo, by the way, was the original version of Ben Solo, and basically that's exactly what they wanted to do in The Rise of Skywalker in order to really make it feel interconnected with the EU by borrowing elements, essentially cherry-picking aspects of the Expanded Universe from the 90s and the early 2000s, in order to make The Rise of Skywalker have all these new powers that Rey and Kylo Ren will utilize in the movie. So they are said to be actually witnessing two major visions in this point, in which they actually see the battle between both Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and even Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Phantom Menace, which eventually transitions on over to a sequence in which they actually do see Anakin Skywalker kneeling before Palpatine himself, where Palpatine is actually naming him as Darth Vader and telling him to rise. So basically, they are able to witness the crucial moment of Anakin Skywalker's downfall into becoming Darth Vader for the very first time. You can only imagine what Kylo Ren is thinking at this point in time, witnessing his own grandfather transforming virtually from Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader right then and there in the moment within Palpatine's office, right? So this particular sequence is actually said to also involve both Rey and Ren holding holocrons. We do know that Disney has a plan in place with The Rise of Skywalker to make holocrons just as familiar as lightsabers in the Star Wars franchise, whether you're a new fan or casual fan, and of course hardcore fans know exactly what holocrons are. But the fact that they are trying to boost the familiarity of holocrons just as much as lightsabers and kyber crystals really is a big deal, because they are really trying to really make us understand exactly what holocrons do and what they are really capable of doing, and what the Force overall is going to do to its maximum potential in The Rise of Skywalker by JJ. We do know that elements of the Force will be changed in this film, which has a lot of people worried on whether or not that's going to be a good decision by Disney and Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm and whether or not that really is the best decision by them in order to change aspects of the Force. You know, flow walking, in case you guys did not know, is essentially time travel. It basically is time travel, except you are not able to change aspects of the past that would affect the future. So that's one major part of that. Also, the Worlds Between Worlds, you know, from Star Wars Rebels by Dave Filoni, was also essentially time travel, so technically it is already canon material in, of course, the Star Wars franchise under Disney and Lucasfilm. And that's the thing here about Episode 9, is that we do know that JJ had a lot of discussions with Dave Filoni, and that this seems to be JJ's take, or his version, if you will, of the Worlds Between Worlds in Episode 9. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.